Hi guys, Nuala O'Connor here from Retuning Me, Kinesiology for You. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Forgiveness Friday. That's what I call today, and happy Forgiveness Friday. And I think it's really important that we have at least one day in our week, if it's not happening every day in our week, that we let ourselves off the hook. We put ourselves on that hook in the first place with our unmet or very high expectations of ourselves. And most of those are subconscious. They're not conscious. We're not aware. Like, you immediately might be reacting to me and saying, I don't have myself on a hook. I don't have high expectations of myself. We do. And they're subconscious. We learn them. Bruce Lipton is very big on this, and he would say, and many others do, it's backed by science, that from the age of 0 to 7, and maybe even in the womb, we actually download. We're a sponge for information. We don't know how to do things, so we download them from our significant others, from our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, our childminders, our older siblings. And we do that by watching, listening, and just taking in how people are doing things. We're sponges for information. So we learn how to walk by watching other people. We learn how to eat. We learn how to sit up in a chair by watching and then trying it ourselves. And it's the same when it comes to how to act and react in relation to certain situations, what to think, how to think, when to think it. We download a lot of that from what we experience between 0 and 7 and what we see others do between the age of 0 and 7, from birth and even before birth onwards. So those habits, those ways of doing things, those beliefs about not being good enough, not believing in ourselves, needing to believe in others first, not being worthy, they all come from that time, from what we see and how we interact. Our ability to trigger a stress response comes from that time as well, because if we see other people not able to cope in high stress situations, well, then we learn how not to cope in high stress situations. Whereas if we see people who do cope in high stress situations, we equally learn how to cope in high stress situations. So we get a lot from that time, and it's not anybody's fault. It's just the way it works. The thing is, we can change that. Even though we're not aware of the fact that we have ourselves dangling on such a high hook, and maybe sometimes we are, our expectations are so high, we can still change those expectations. We can still change what we think and how we feel about ourselves. And we can do that through something like tapping and through 2 meridian tapping. And what we do is we retune the statement. So even though there's a part of me, because it's not all of me, or I would never achieve anything, even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, well, then we tap on, right now, I truly accept myself, or I truly love myself. And today I'd like to do it on forgiveness, because isn't the greatest act of love to forgive? And the person we need to forgive most of all, I believe, most of the time, is ourselves. It's not the other people, it's ourselves. Because mostly when we react to other people and events, it's coming from ourselves. It's our reaction to them, coming from either our place of vulnerability, or stress, or fear, or anxiety, or hurt, unresolved hurt. So that's what I'd like to tap on. We're just going to tap 3 rounds on, even though I don't believe I'm good enough, or there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, I truly love and accept myself. Could be one saying, but we're going to stay with, I truly forgive myself. So let's work on that. Placing our hands on our solar plex area. Taking a breath. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, right now, I truly forgive myself. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, right now, I truly forgive myself. Even though there's a part of me that puts me way up too high in the line of expectations, right now, I truly forgive myself. So I'm just going to remove my glasses. So even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, and keep setting higher and higher expectations. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Switching over to the other side. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And we're going under the nose and the crease of the chin. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And switch those over. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Slide up to just in on the bone on the inside of the eye, not on the eye, and 2 fingers under the collarbone. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And switch that over. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Come to the outer eye and on the lower ribs, just under the nipple, under the breast. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Let yourself off the hook. Switch that over. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Sliding down just in front of the ear, little finger and thumb, tip to tip. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Little finger and thumb in front of the ear. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Upper outer eyebrow, middle finger and thumb. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Come under the eye, under the arm. So come down from the armpit, roughly about halfway. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And switch that over. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And then come to the crease of the nose, that's what I call it, just there at the side on the crease. Upper outer torso, so you're not over on the shoulder, you're on the main torso of the body, but the upper part, just down from the collarbone. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. And switch that over. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough. Right now, I truly forgive myself. Come under the nose and then go back to the crease of the chin. So we're coming back round again. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, right now I truly forgive myself. And switch that around. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, right now I truly forgive myself. And then come to the karate chop point again. Even though there is a part of me that doesn't believe that I'm good enough, I truly forgive myself. And switch over again. Even though there's a part of me that doesn't believe I'm good enough, I truly forgive myself. Coming back to the solar plex. And if this is your first time tuning into Two Meridian Tapping, the reason we say a statement like that is we're retuning what has been to what we want it to be right now, and all we have is right now. And so that's why we say the even though bit, because that's acknowledging what has been. And that's what our subconscious wants us to do. It wants us to understand why it keeps bringing us back. It wants resolution to the unresolved issues or unresolved scripts that are no longer serving us well. It wants us to know our truth. And so the truth sets us free. And that's why then the second part of the statement is, I truly forgive myself, love myself, because we're setting a new truth right now, at this very time. And that's all we have is right now. So that's the beauty about tapping and Two Meridian tapping. We're retuning what has been to what we want it to be. And that's why I call them I truly positive present tense statements. we're figuring out what the script is that we want. And every single past script in our system, every single subconscious script was once a conscious experience that we learnt from and that we internalized. And unfortunately, quite a lot of them are the ones that don't get resolved, and we internalize them because we need to resolve them, but we don't get them resolved, and other things build on top of them, and then they become blocks to our energy and reactions that we have, and we don't know why we have them half the time. Like if you find that you constantly react to somebody asking you a certain question, or you react to the way somebody eats something, or the way somebody dresses, it's normally because of a script or a learning that you have in you that needs to be resolved. And so that's why the tapping can help. Two meridian tapping helps more than that, because you're tapping the two related energy pathways together that help to balance neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin and noradrenaline and acetylcholine and histamine, GABA. There's loads of them there, glutamine. We're helping to bring a balance to those through the yin-yang tapping. That's what we're doing. We're tapping the two related energy meridians together at the same time in two meridian tapping. So we've got so much going on in this technique that it's quite advanced, but it's also very powerful. And once you learn the system, and you can contact me, PM me, and I'll send you a glance sheet of this tapping system, just a very small sheet, while I'm still waiting on my book to get through to the publishing stage, purely because of COVID now has slowed the process down. But I still have that glance sheet, and I'm putting up these videos as well, because tapping works, and it works when we use it, and when we use it effectively. And I'm living proof of that, having used tapping to totally retune non-trigger panic attacks some years ago, and never having had them since. Helping at the minute to totally retune stress levels when they arise, or confusion, or whatever comes up for me. And today we're trying to help us get off the hook that we have dangled ourselves on by high expectations we put on ourselves. But we got them from our parents, grandparents, significant adults in childhood, and we just downloaded how they did things, and we misinterpreted sometimes their actions to us and around us as, I mustn't be lovable because they're ignoring me, or I mustn't be good enough because they keep giving out to me, and so that's how we internalize these scripts. Now it's time to change them. We are good enough. We are lovable. In fact, we are God's gift. We are divine. We are human beings. We're a being, and beings are perfect in their right. We just have to help balance the two energies together. And so that's what we're tapping on today. Even though I don't believe I'm good enough, that was our first round. I truly love myself, or I truly forgive myself. So the first round was, even though I don't think, there's a part of me doesn't think I'm good enough, right now I truly forgive myself. Now we're going to use another round of it, and it's, even though I put myself under huge pressure to be superhuman, right now I truly love myself. Okay? Or I truly forgive myself again. So let's go, tapping the little finger side. Even though I put myself under huge pressure every day, I truly forgive myself. Even though I put myself under huge pressure with unmanageable expectations sometimes to be superhuman, right now I truly forgive myself. Under the nose, crease of the chin. Even though I put myself under huge pressure every day with unmeetable expectations, right now I truly forgive myself. And switch those over. Even though I put myself under huge pressure every day, right now I truly forgive myself. Inner eye, under the collarbone. Even though I put myself under huge pressure, more than what is acceptable or achievable, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch it over. Even though I put myself under so much pressure that I can find myself reacting to others, right now I truly forgive myself. Outer eye and the lower ribs, under the nipple. Even though I put myself under huge pressure to be more than I can be, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though I put myself under huge pressure every day, right now I truly forgive myself. Sliding in front of the ear, little finger and thumb, tapping. Even though I put myself under huge pressure to be more than I can be, right now I truly forgive myself. Slide it. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure, right now I truly forgive myself. And then slide up to the outer eyebrow, middle finger and thumb, tapping. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure to meet unmanageable expectations, causing me to get stressed and react to other people, right now I truly forgive myself. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure, causing me to get overstressed and then react against other people and situations, right now I truly forgive myself. Under the eye, under the arm. Even though I put myself under huge pressure and leave myself with expectations there's no way I can meet, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch it over. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure every day to meet unrealistic expectations of myself and others, right now I truly forgive myself. Crease of the nose, upper outer torso. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure every day to meet unrealistic expectations of myself and then of others, causing reactions, right now I truly forgive myself. Switching over. Even though I can put myself under huge pressure to meet unrealistic expectations of myself and others, right now I truly forgive myself. Come under the nose, crease of the chin. Even though I can put myself and others under huge pressure to meet unrealistic expectations, and that could be your children as much as anybody else, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch over. Even though I can constantly put myself and others under huge pressure to meet unrealistic expectations, right now I truly forgive myself. I truly forgive myself. I truly forgive myself. And come back just before we enter into our final round. Something that's just come into my head, and I'm just going to talk about it for a second, and that is anger. I believe from my own experience that the person we can be most angry with is ourselves, because we put ourselves under so much pressure. But sometimes it's because we are actually so hurt at a soul level somewhere, or from childhood, and it hasn't got resolved. And the anger is our way of protecting ourselves from further attack or further anger that we perceive to be there. And so we'll get angry. And the anger is really covering up the hurt or the fear that we're going to get hurt again. Breathe. It's okay to be angry sometimes. Anger is every emotion is energy in motion, and it happens for a reason. Whether it's to protect ourselves, or to get ourselves across a road when a car is coming at us, or to get us out of a situation that we feel vulnerable in. You know, that's justified anger, I would say. But it's when it's not, when we internalize it because we have been taught from childhood that it's not good to express anger. When you yelled in anger as a child when somebody took your toy, what happened? Or when you yelled in anger to get your turn if you were part of a big sibling group, what happened? You were taught very quickly that it wasn't acceptable, especially not in public. So then what we learned was to internalize it. So instead of being angry at people out there, it must be our fault because they're telling us that what we're doing is wrong, we internalize it, and then we become angry with ourselves that we didn't communicate how we felt properly, or it wasn't accepted, or we weren't accepted. And so we turn the anger in, we internalize it, and then it implodes. And when that implodes, when that builds up and builds up like a dam across a stream, everything goes sideways and your whole energy gets blocked, and dis-ease happens in our body. The challenge is to retune that. So even though I can be angry with myself, even though I can be my own worst enemy, right now I truly forgive myself. So let's go. Even though I can be my own worst enemy, and I can be angry with myself, even though I am angry, there's a part of me, not all of me, there's a part of me that is angry with myself. I truly forgive myself. Even though there's a part of me that is angry with myself, I truly forgive myself. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, I truly forgive myself. So tapping the karate chop point. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. So the part of you that's angry is in the past, and now you want to tune to this energy of forgiveness and let it go. Or retune it more than, because I don't think we can let anything go. It's vibrational energy. It doesn't go anywhere. So, but what we can do is retune it to a frequency that's more positive. And that's what we're doing here. So even though there's a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Under the nose, crease of the chin. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Inner eye on the bone, under the collarbone, tapping. And you might notice that this hand stays on this side of the body, and this hand always stays on the points on this side of the body. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Slide out to the outer eye. These two fingers are going, or the whole clump of the fingers, under the breast, under the nipple, but still on the ribs. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Sliding down to just in front of the ear, little finger and thumb, pad to pad, tip to tip even. Even though there's a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. And switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Sliding up to the outer eyebrow, middle finger and thumb. Even though there is a part of me that is angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Under the eye, under the arm. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Crease of the nose, and upper outer torso. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. Switch that. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. And come under the nose, crease at the chin. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. And switch that over. Even though there is a part of me that is very angry with myself, right now I truly forgive myself. I truly forgive myself. I truly forgive myself. And then come back to your solar plexus and take 3 deep breaths. And that's 3 rounds of tapping. And it's a sort of a whirlwind, and I know 3 rounds is better than no rounds, and that's why I do this all the time. And it's to get us, because when we're in this state, when we're inside a lot of the time, and we could still be working from home, as I know I am, it still gives us a lot more time with our head, with our family. And I remember being with a supervisor, a coach, and he said to me one time that because it's in our family of origin that we are hurt, it's in our family of choice that we get to heal. And so that's why lots of stuff can come up when it's safe in that family of choice to express the anger and to let it out. There's the opportunity, the mirror has been put up, and it's an opportunity to face ourselves and to do this sort of work. And generally when I work on a one-to-one with somebody, I'll spend about an hour or more working on that, bringing the forgiveness from anger of self, from how we're so hard on ourselves, up through forgiveness, up through love, right up, raising the vibration up even higher to peace and joy. There's no real time to do that when we're doing it like this at a threesome. But if you as in 3 sets, but if you'd like to do some work on that, I work on a sliding scale. So if you're unemployed, I reduce cost once you've proof of being on a supplement or a payment. Or if you're like me and you're a complementary therapist, then your wage is lower as well. So if you'd like to do some work on that, please by all means contact me and we can do that. It could be on forgiveness, it could be on self-acceptance, whatever it is, that if you find yourself reacting to other people or you find yourself getting stressed unduly, it's up to us to create our home, and create the essence and the atmosphere in our home, and to bring our children on board and to give them responsibility, because they're quite happy to have something to do in all of this. They're picking up on our stress levels should we get stressed around all of this, and they see you at home, so they want your attention, and you might need to work from home, and so give them responsibility, give them things to do. I do believe that we learn most through doing, so give them jobs to do, give them challenges, expect them to be able to sit in their own company, or the company of their siblings, and to be able to work together. Sometimes our children rise to the expectations we give them, and if we don't give them any, they don't rise. So the same with ourselves. If we don't have goals or we don't have expectations, even though some of them can be too high, then we don't have anything to aim to. It's to keep it within our range and to keep it within our ability, but still keep it, still do it. I hope you found my input helpful, and if you have, like and share and repost and comment. That would be great to get some feedback. And if you'd like to do some one-to-one work, PM me here and we can arrange that. That's no problem at all. Keep tapping and keep forgiving ourselves and loving ourselves and boosting our immune system and getting through all of this. Have a happy Friday and a good weekend, and I hope the weather stays reasonably as good as what it has been. Get outside, get some vitamin D into your system, into your skin, through your skin, and get some water into you, get some healthy food into you, a bit of exercise, keep well, keep focused, and keep tapping. Happy Friday, guys.